This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and blessing be multiplied on all you brethren, pushing this word in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and the rest of the men, women, and children that will receive mercy from the Lord in these last days. Shalom. I'm the brother Dama Al-Gabar here with another lesson, Lord willing to edify through the spirit and power of Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. All right. And, and as the scriptures say, man, hey, yeah, your enemy, Esau, Edom, speaks very sweetly with his lips, man. And as, it tells us in the book of Psalms, his words are smoother than butter. They're softer than oil, but really they're drawn swords, man. And that's one thing you have to do when dealing with Esau. You have to pay attention to the words that are coming out of his mouth. Shout out to Chris Tucker, because this man, he hides his true intentions behind smooth and soft and soothing and convincing words, man. All right. And this devil has mastered the form of subtlety. He's a stone cold murderer, man. It's kind of like a stone cold murderer or a full blown narcissist. All right. They could tell you these words and speak to you, and it sounds very convincing, man. And they can keep a straight face. They could weep with their eyes. They can make it seem as if they're really there to help you, and it's for your best interest. And they have no intention to harm, no intention to deceive, no intention to throw you in a pit and take you for everything that you got. And that's why you can never let your guard down with this damn devil Esau Edom. All right, because this man is the wicked, And he's always looking for opportunities and ways for you to let your guard down so that you can, it's kind of like, like the myth of when they say, never invite a vampire into your house, because once you do, you're rendered helpless against, you're rendered helpless, all of the ways that you could stop him or, truly see him for what he is, those things are no longer at use, because once you invite him in, all your defenses are down, and your ability to defend against him is no longer available unto you. And it's the same with this damn devil, man. And what you have to understand, under no circumstances, when he does something, he's not doing it because he's doing it out of the goodness and the kindness of his heart. He has no heart, man. All right. And everything that he's doing, like it says here, he's going to pretend to help you. But everything that he, does is always to undermine you. Now, it might have some benefit to where it might help you a little bit, but we know the overall, it's more to undermine you than to help you. And it's the same with the situation that's going on here, man. And what does it say? The ECB, or the European Central Bank, prepping the groundwork for the digital euro launch, which is ultimately going to lead to the MOTB. And this is the part of this new digital beast slave system that they're going to, sweetly coerce and sweetly talk, all of you people into. All right. And it's going to come with the guise and the guile of convenience. And it's because it's to help this and to make things more faster, to make life more convenient. And oh no, it's not going to be used to control. It's not going to be used to do anything wicked or evil. It's just so that we can, fix the problems that are going on with, the financial sector, and we can do business quicker and this and that. And oh, it's going to be beautiful. You're going to benefit. We're going to give you, just for signing up, we're going to give you $2,000, $5,000 in credit. We might, we'll release all of your former debts, your student loan debt. All right. Or past debts that you're no longer able to pay off. They're going to come, they're going to bring it with you with all the hopes and promise of something new and better. But ultimately, it's to undermine you and to put you into a digital slave system, man. And it's ultimately going to lead to the MOTB, to programmable money, to where these devils are going to ultimately have access and the power to see where all of your transactions are going, have the ability to program this money to tell you when you can spend it, where you can spend it, and what you can spend it on. and also have the power to shut it off and not allow you to, make particular purchases, and it's all just a trap and a snare and, the work of the damn devil, man. And it's all going to lead to the MOTB. All right. So this is why under no circumstances, should you trust and believe whatever he's telling you this thing is really all about. It's ultimately to enslave you, point blank, period. And we see that the Europeans, so-called Europe or Asia and these other countries outside of America are probably going to be introduced to the MOTB system first. But we know Donald Trump, they're moving and shaking to get it over here in America. But they're going to disguise it as, they're going to rename it, repackage it. But it's all going to be part of the same global agenda at the end of the day. Whatever the Europeans call it, it might be something different. But whatever America call it, it might be something different. But it's all feathers on the same bird, man. It's all part of the same agenda, the same, a globalist plot to enslave and to give these devils complete and total control and autonomy over everything that you do and your ability to buy and sell, as it tells you in Revelations 13 and 16. So I'm going to read some of this article, man, but it's just showing you that, hey, these devils are putting it right in everybody's faces, the system that they're about to implement, and they're not hiding it anymore. Now, yeah, of course, they're going to say it's for this and say it's for that. But like I read, you never trust this devil under any circumstances. And you have to understand that everything that he does is his whole agenda is to undermine you and to empower him, to give him the upper hand, to give him the higher ground upon you, to where you're just a dependent, a dependent, no longer an independent slave to his system, to where you have to come to him for the want of all things, and to where eventually you will own nothing, but you will be happy because, he's going to give you everything that you think that you deserve, but it's going to come with a very serious leash and a system of control that the world has never seen. But anyways, let's go. It says the European Central Bank is laying the groundwork for the probable launch. See, whenever I hear the groundwork, I just think of a trap, right? Because they're laying the groundwork. Yeah, they're laying a trap for you to fall in. Once you're in there, there ain't going to be no coming out. There's not going to be like once they get you people into this trap, you're not going to be able to protest or to fight against it, because anytime that you buck up or you try to fight against it, or you protest or you march or you leave a tweet or you do something that goes against, what they deem to be acceptable, just like that, they can shut you out of society. They can turn off your CBDC. They can turn off your access to operating within this society. So it's going to, at the same time, it's going to silence you. It's going to be the ultimate muzzle and the ultimate gag and the ultimate, system to where all of your actions are going to be controlled, anything that you do and say in real time can be held against you in a matter of seconds, man. All right. It says, is laying the groundwork or the trap for the probable launch of its wholesale and retail central bank digital currencies, the CBDC, the digital euro. Christine Lagarde, president of the ECB, shared this update at their latest press conference. President Lagarde stressed that the digital euro is more relevant than ever, the ECB tweeted. Right. What she means by it's more relevant, she's telling you that, look, it's basically, it's inevitable. This is the system and this is the way that we're going. But like I said, they're going to need the right crisis and the right situation in order to spring it upon the people and to make it to where they're going to fool you into believing that this is the only system that could, the only system that can work now that they're no longer dealing with fiat money. And we've seen examples over there in Nigeria with the e-naira and them going cashless and how that worked out, man. It didn't work out very well. All right. And it's going to be the same with this. It's a trap that you're being snared to fall into this trap. And, once you're in it, that's it. It says Lagarde emphasized that the digital euro, the EU CBDC solution, is set to launch in October 2025. You see, this is coming up this year. It says, provided it passes the legislative phase, and it's going to pass the legislative phase, believe you me. They might make it seem as if, we're up in the air about it. We don't know. The people, the parliament or whatever, they're divided on it. Some like it, some don't. Hey, no matter which way you shake it or turn it, it's going to eventually pass the legislative phase and it's going to be made mandatory. Like I said, it might be some type of crisis that might happen to where they're going to be forced to do it, where they might crash this global crash of the economy, or the dollar being the world reserve currency, which is going to crash all these other currencies. And this is going to be the solution they're going to come with. But we know whichever way you shake it, this is the agenda. This is the plan. And it's going to be the same here in America. It says, provided it passes the legislative phase, including key stakeholders, including the European Commission, Parliament, and Council. Notably absent from this process is the European public, despite the significant impact this initiative will have on our daily lives. Well, because you people don't matter. All right. This is not a system that they're asking the opinion of the public. This is a system you're going to be forced into. Like I said, it's going to be to undermine you. But like I said, they're going to create some situation to where they're going to make it seem like this is the only and the best option on the table to get things back in order. And boys are going to come with some draconian shit tied to it, you know. It says Efrat Finnickson, CBDC and EU will launch in October 2025. Wholesale and retail, right? The blockchain system. You see, everything's going to be tracked and traced and controlled. It says Israel is following the EU's footsteps, and just not only Israel, but everywhere. Like I said, and even the United States, they may not call it a CBDC anymore because Trump said he signed an executive order to where he's going to ban CBDCs, but they're just going to bring it in a whole nother name, put it under a different banner, but it's going to be the same shit. All right. It says, why is the digital euro more relevant than ever? It says, I don't want that part. Look at this. We are living in dangerous times. Europe's security is threatened in a very real way. Today, I present Rearm Europe, a plan for a safer and more resilient Europe. Right. Like I said, it's going to be some type of crisis to where, they're going to make it to where this system is going to have to be implemented. It's going to be the only way to save Europe, to save them out of these dangerous times, to save them out of the catastrophic events that are taking place. And this is going to be what they're going to have primed and prepped and ready for the people. You see, it says, furthermore, the EU has introduced the Savings and Investment Union, aiming to redirect 10 trillion in unused savings from citizens to finance military growth and bolster Europe's defense ministry, will turn private savings into much needed investment, tweeted von der Leyen. If this hasn't shocked you already, I'll try to clarify. This is a clear violation of private property rights and an implicit confiscation of Europeans' wealth. Right, but they don't give a damn because you people don't matter, man. And a lot of people are so dumbed down and they're so ignorant. Like when they do it, they're not. It's gonna, it's just gonna happen, right? Right, it's just gonna happen whether they want it or not. And they're gonna violate all type of laws and all type of bullshit, and they're gonna find a way to justify it. It says, this is a clear violation of private property rights and an implicit confiscation of Europeans' wealth while bluntly using their funds as the EU sees fit, including funding a military industrial complex without even asking them. If the EU is accelerating toward totalitarian collectivism, as the statement suggests, then the CBDC would be a powerful tool enabling tighter control over Europeans' money with features like an on-off switch and programming abilities. Right. All this shit is going to be programmable, man. Like I said, if they tell you, look, as of, let's say, November 2025, after 4:00, you will no longer be able to buy alcohol. Now, you can say, fuck that. It's my money. I can do what I want to do with it. I'm going to go try to buy it anyway. Hey, you can try to go to the store and buy it. But when you put it on the till, as they say in Europe or in Australia, or the cash register, when you go to try to purchase that item, you're going to be in for the rude awakening. Your purchase will not be able to be that transaction will be declined via the government because of that prohibition that they put on buying alcohol after 4:00 on that particular day. You see, or if you've been eating too much beef, that they feel you've been eating too much beef, or buying too much chicken, or buying too much whatever. Hey, they'll have the power and the ability to stop you from making those transactions because that CBDC is going to be programmable and it's going to be in the hands of the powers that be. You're no longer going to be have this financial freedom or the freedom to right now to spend your money as you see fit. All right. You worked all week for that money. And if you want to take your whole paycheck, if you want to, like right now, if you want to take your whole paycheck and go and just splurge and, splurging on hookers and whores and gambling at the casino, hey, you have that financial freedom to do that. But in the future that these devils are creating, that's no longer going to be an option. Everything is going to be restricted. Everything that you do is going to be monitored. And at any time they feel that, you know, the government, the powers that be feel that you're indulging too much in a particular thing, they'll have the power to stop you from having access to buying and selling that particular thing. All right. And if you keep it up, man, hey, your social credit score will drop to where eventually, if they want to make it to where they can prohibit you from buying alcohol at all and in general because you've been you know spending a little bit too much money at the wine, and you've been drinking and getting drunk and showing your ass out in public, hey, they have the power to totally lock you out from making those purchases, man, or from you know even coming in contact with somebody who's able to provide you that fix. Even they can be punished in real time if they are seen to be you know help you indulge in something that the government told you not to do. You see, and this is where things are going. It says this is Efrat Finnegason said, if most of your money is still in fiat in the bank, stocks, mortgage, real estate, etc., they don't need your permission. They want you owning nothing, despaired and numb. You may want to consider a permissionless, unconfiscatable, easily mobile, and liquid digital asset such as, and it don't really matter. You can have some of these liquid digital assets, but at the end of the day, these devils are going to take control over everything, man. This is why they're telling you have to have gold and silver or something like that. But at the end of the day, how far can that get you? Because let them find out that you're bartering and you're selling gold and silver or trading in gold and silver. They can easily just send the police to come and snatch all your shit, man. All right. So, hey, it's a system that these devils are bringing in of complete control. All right. It says, Christine Lagarde recently campaigned at the European Parliament, arguing that the digital euro is necessary to reduce the EU's dependence on foreign payment solutions. European banks must innovate payment methods, but the EU's primary concern isn't just reliance on tech giants like Google Pay or Apple Pay. It's the potential for widespread adoption of decentralized global protocols like Bitcoin. It says the ECB is observing geopolitical trends, noting that the U.S. is embracing crypto, Bitcoin, and stablecoins, which is the same shit. It's just a different name, you see. But they're trying to make it seem as if the EU is trying to find their way in their own digital thing, which is going to be separate from the America's digital thing. But they're all going to be linked together. It's all going to be the same fucking system, all designed and created for the same damn thing. Like I said, they may call it something different in the EU. They might call it a stable coin here in Babylon the Great, but it's all coming with the same features, man. It's going to be a controlled form of digital money that these elites will have total control over, man. And it's going to be programmable. And it's going to be something that you people are not going to be financially safe or free from. It says, noting that the U.S. is embracing crypto, Bitcoin, and stablecoins, technologies that pose a risk to centralized control. Unsurprisingly, they are choosing a different path. No, they're not. It's all the same shit at the end of the day. You see, and that's more the deception and more of the lies, man. It says, unsurprisingly, they are choosing a different path. According to Reuters, Eurozone banks need a digital euro to respond to U.S. President Donald Trump's push to promote stablecoins as part of a broader crypto strategy. ECB board member Piero Cipollone reinforced this stance, stating, this solution further disintermediates banks as they lose fees, they lose clients. That's why we need a digital euro. Bottom line, Lagarde and von der Leyen's recent agendas are aimed to drive more centralized control while strengthening the EU hierarchy, governance, and incentive structure that has always been their role. It's the same here with America and what Trump is doing, man. All right. They're not doing anything different. Now, they might tell you that it's different, it's going to operate different, but it's all going to be the same shit, man. It's just one system to further enslave all of you fucking people, man. All right. That's all that it is, man. It's the same bullshit. And every system is going to be linked to this system. You see? It says digital cash. Lagarde insists that the digital euro is a form of cash, gaslighting and misleading uninformed Europeans about the risk of CBDCs. Permission-based CBDCs such as digital euro are prone to micro levels of control through expiry dates, geofencing, and programmability. Right, and that's what these stable coins and what Trump is trying to establish here in America too. It's all the same fucking thing, man. There's nothing different. There's nothing new. They're not operating contrary to one another. There's going to be one huge global system to where if you're in America and you go to Europe, that same system is going to be implemented. Now, of course, it might, you might have to, you know, do something a little bit different, but it's going to be the same system pretty much, man. Your stable coins in America will easily be converted into whatever it is over there in Europe. And the same shit is going to apply, man. You're going to have all of your biometrics and your digital identity easily accessed no matter where the hell you are. And no matter where you are in the world, you're going to be tracked and traced under the same slave system. All right. If you go over from America to Europe, showing your ass, they'll have the ability to programmably shut you down, to allow you access or deny you access. Same shit, man. It says geofencing and programmability. If Europeans don't recognize these dangers, they won't resist the digital euro. By framing it as digital cash, the ECB ensures smoother public acceptance with little to no public fuss. Yeah, and that's all part of the con game, the deception. It says, to be clear, cash itself is a fiat currency, right? And they're talking about having cashless society. So how the hell is that digital cash going to be in a form of a fiat currency? Because if it was, then you could go to an ATM and pull out that CBDC and have a physical form of it to where you can buy and sell and operate outside of it being monitored, tracked, and traced and programmable. That's not going to happen, man. All right. It says, centrally controlled, easily debased, and prone to inflation. Every time the issuer expands the money supply, citizens suffer from declining purchasing power, essentially being robbed by the state. Right. You're going to be able to be taxed immediately, And this is all these devils are doing. They're not doing anything different, man. It's all the same system that these devils are implementing. And I'm going to get this and I'm going to close it. This is Proverbs 26 and 22. The words of a talebearer are as wounds, and they go down into the innermost parts of the belly. Burning lips and a wicked heart are like a potsherd covered with silver dross, and he that hateth dissembleth with his lips, and layeth up deceits within him. When he speaketh fair, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart. And this is dealing with Esau and everything that these devils are saying as far as the CBDC is concerned, and everything in this society pretty much, man. All right. When this devil is speaking fair, man, when he goes crouching and humbling himself, that's when you got to really beware and be on guard, man. Don't be swooed and weighed by the smooth words and empty promises that the devil is promising you, man, because it's all 7 more abominations in his heart. Is far more, undermining and trap setting and slavery and oppression is coming with it. It says, whoso hatred is covered by deceit, his wickedness shall be showed before the whole congregation. Right. Just give it time. And eventually you're going to see, man. And that's what happens in everything that Esau does. Whenever he talks, just listen and let it play out. And you're going to find out, before too long that it was all a bunch of bullshit and it was all wickedness, man. It was all lies. It was all deception. It was all, poison and lies and manipulation and trickery and sorcery at the end of the day, man. It says, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. And that's ultimately what's going to happen. He's setting this trap for everybody, but eventually he's setting a trap for himself that is being sprayed on him by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And in the time appointed, he's going to fall in that pit, in that ditch, in this pride that he's walking in. Eventually, when he's judged and destroyed by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It says, a lying tongue hateth those that are afflicted by it, and a flattering mouth worketh ruin. So, hey, man, don't fall for the hype, man. Don't be believing and trusting in this devil, because, hey, this man's the damn devil, and he's luring you into some shit that you people, are too damn stupid and too naive to believe that he's that wicked and that evil to do, but he's doing it, and we see it taking place. And we've been continuously here at Great Millstone, starting with the elders and the apostles, been warning you about, and we see it all coming to pass, man. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Until the next one, shalom.